Hello, beloved souls. Welcome to a commentary channel. This is part 2, loneliness, isolation, and how to fill empty days. When you're lonely and isolated, the days can feel painfully long. You wake up and there's this heavy silence. The hours stretch out, and without plans or company, it's easy to fall into depression. I know this feeling personally, and today I want to talk about some gentle, realistic things you can do to help fill those empty days. Not to magically fix everything, but to give life a little more light. Part 1 is naming the pain. Acknowledge how hard it is. Loneliness hurts. It can make you feel invisible. And when you're isolated, no car, no visitors, just four walls, it can feel like the world has forgotten you. I am in the same situation. My family, I have adult children. I only speak to them once a week, and I rely on a support worker once a week, only for a few hours. All I have is my dog for company. And how I fill in my time is make YouTube videos. And I also watch a lot of YouTube myself. I also write books. Maybe writing down how you feel, journaling is a good idea. And I want you to know you're not weak if you're struggling, because this is one of the hardest human experiences. So part 2 is small steps for empty days. Number 1 is a routine. Have a morning ritual. Make tea, coffee, journal, open the curtains, put on music. It sets the tone. Number 2 is creativity. Try writing, drawing, singing, or even just doodling. Creative acts bring colour back into grey days. Nature. If you can't travel far, sit in the garden, walk the dog, or even water pot plants. As I said before, if you can't have pets, how about fish? You don't have to get big fish. You can get those little neon fish. My son actually remember the old sea monkeys? Even that gave him a purpose. So you've got to find something that gives you purpose. What about like how I'm doing? A YouTube channel. If you're brave, share your pain on YouTube. That's what I'm doing. And you'll be amazed how many people are just like you. And I just want to let you know, go for walks. Just being outside changes the energy. Number 4 is movement. Gentle stretching, chair yoga, dancing to one song. It helps break the heavy stillness. Number 5 is learning. There are free YouTube tutorials, podcasts, or online courses. Learning something new gives purpose. Number 6 is connection. If you can't see people in person, try short calls, voice messages, or even online groups. Sometimes typing a comment can remind you you're not alone. Number 7 is give yourself projects. Decluttering a drawer, cooking a new recipe, starting a scrapbook, knitting, sewing, crochet, making a collage, clay. There's something really good about pottery. Projects create momentum. Number 3, part 3 is inner nourishment. When the outer world feels closed, the inner world, that's you, becomes everything. I would encourage practicing things like meditation, prayer, reading uplifting books, listening to spiritual talks, keeping a gratitude list. For me, being a psychic medium, my inner life is what sustains me. But you don't have to be spiritual to benefit, but finding a new way to turn inward helps. Empty days can feel endless, but they don't have to stay empty. If you can fill them with even small acts of creativity, and another thing is volunteer if you can. Volunteering is so rewarding. You're not only helping people, you're connecting. These other things you can do like learning, nature, or kindness. You give yourself a lifeline. Please remember, you matter. Even if your days feel silent, your existence has value. You are not forgotten. Take each day one step at a time and know that the smallest spark can grow into light. So, yes, what would I do? Because I'm lonely too. My husband passed 5 years ago, and that shows me how you have to cherish the relationships. If you're in a relationship, really work at it and enjoy each otherness. Enjoy being together. But things like going for a walk, I have a dog and I take her for a walk 3 times a day. Otherwise, I understand the walls feel like closing in on you. I also have collections. I collect dolls, I collect dragons, I collect rocks, I collect drums, I collect all sorts of ornaments. So, things like that. If you like rocks, how about going for a little nature walk and doing a little bit of fossicking? If you like shells, how about going to the beach, finding shells, making jewelry out of necklaces out of shells, finding little hobbies. I know that sometimes when you've hit the lowest point, even doing anything is an effort. All you want to do is go back to bed and sleep. And I encourage you, if you've got to that stage where everything's too hard and you can't be bothered, please talk to a health professional, whether that be a doctor, a counsellor, or a social worker. And maybe they can help you. Maybe you need to join a group, and maybe you might find the right kind of group for you. If you're into singing, a choir. If you're into reading books, a book club. If you're into whatever, there's a group for that. Drop a comment below. If you're lonely, maybe I can suggest something for you. As I said, if you're brave enough like me, make a YouTube video. You never know. I went originally in 2020 when my husband was dying in the middle of COVID to being kind of toxic, and I've left those videos deliberately so you can see how far I've come. And I've gone from there to just sharing things about my life, things I'm interested in. And I've gone from there to over 500 subscribers, and I'm grateful to every one of you. You've done that. Thank you. I'm grateful for any view. And you never know, you might reach someone, and it becomes actually addictive making a YouTube video. And you've always got ChatGPT to help you. I found that's another thing. If you're just totally blank for ideas, ChatGPT might be the way to go. Use ChatGPT and say, look, I'm isolated, I'm bored. Can you offer me a suggestion? And even if you don't, colouring in, that's another one. And you don't have to spend all day. These are small steps. No one thing is going to fix everything. Unfortunately, you and I'm in the same boat. There's going to be hours that you just have to get through. But you're strong. You can do it. Please don't turn to substance abuse. That is not an answer. That just gives you more trauma. I've been there, done that, and I can tell you, once you're there, it's hard to get out. It took me 17 years to get out of my drug addiction. Thank you for watching. Please be kind to each other and to yourselves. And the other thing, if you're a big social user like Facebook, maybe there's a Facebook group you can join. Another thing, and just before I go, is rocks. Painting a rock and leaving it on a walk for someone to find also is very uplifting. What you really need to do is find someone to talk to, and there are online groups to do that. Just Google. Please just try to put yourself out there, because the more you hide and isolate, the worse it gets. And I've been there. I understand. All right. Thank you again. Love, light, and blessings. Bye.